Hi guys. I'm wasting too much time scrolling through Reddit and avoiding things. I found a great question. As a straight guy, what's the gayest thing you've done? Let's read what people wrote. Once tried hugging a bro goodbye and we ended up making lip contact for more than a second by accident. Did not mind it. Handsome fella. Tender kisser. Bugged his GF about it for the next 3 years. Once I was hanging out with my friend and he was f***ing around on online dating. I wanted to ask him to stop doing that so we could do something else together. The sentence that came out of my mouth. Why are you looking for a girlfriend online when you have me? I once meant to send, I really wanna f*** you right now, to my girlfriend at the time. Accidentally sent it to a friend. He just replied with, you're gonna have to buy me dinner first lol. So, did you buy him dinner? Nope lol, but we still joke about that sometimes. Sounds like you still owe him dinner. In college I smoked some weed with my neighbor in the dorm. I got so high that I had a panic attack, and to calm me down he basically had to cuddle with me and then put on Animal Planet. No joke, sounds like a sweet dude. Also doubles as the dumbest thing I've ever done. When I was like 7 I was wrestling with a guy at school and my head got buried between the dude's crotch. I took the opportunity and bit. He was in a lot of pain and confirmed I did just bite the cherry. I went home and asked my parents if I'd get pregnant. Well, did you get pregnant or not? Don't keep us in the dark. Freshman year of college, 2000. Was listening to Candlebox Far Behind with my roommate and I said, I love this song, but I like you better. He didn't know the discography of Candlebox and things got kinda awkward until you played a few songs later. Kissed a dude, I guess. Or if you think that sitting in a hot room with a bunch of naked sweaty dudes is gayer, then that, sauna, I'm Finnish. I'm pretty sure finishing makes it gay dude. My girlfriend's brother and I were dared, by her and his girlfriend, to kiss each other. We did it 3 times just to mess with them. Sure. Went to tuck in my homie one night. Tripped over a shoe and my mouth landed on his D. Same thing here, but we were naked. At that point you've already committed. And you might as well just finish. Hate when that happens. Love when that happens. Which anime was that? Anyway AOI probably. Boku no Pico. Oh boy. When I went to basic training, the recruiters told me that it's an adjustment, but after 2 weeks, you kind of get into a rhythm. Your sleep pattern changes. You're away from your phone, Reddit, and really any contact with the outside world except for a few blocks of time. It's all an adjustment. What they don't tell you is how fucking weird it is to not be touched by another human being for weeks on end. And not even in a sexual way, just any touching in general usually doesn't happen. I'm not shaking hands or high-fiving or hugging anybody, and neither would you. I didn't even notice how much I missed being touched until we paired up and had to rig up our vests for a range day. I needed a little help, so this dude starts adjusting my vest while I'm wearing it. The gay part is that it felt f***ing amazing to have another dude touching my back. I'm pretty sure I let out an audible, oh yeah. It felt so good that I purposely f***ed it up after he was done and had him redo it. The second time I was leaning into it, eyes closed, the whole works. TLDR. Missed human contact while at basic training. Went gay for a second. Lost my phone. Thought my friend took it because he had a bulge in his pants. Grabbed said bulge. Handful of D. In the 60s, I made love to many women. Often outdoors, in the mud and the rain. And it's possible a man slipped in. There would be no way of knowing. Went to see, I now pronounce you, Chuck and Larry with a buddy and his friend. His friend was sitting between us. It was that really high tension scene in the courthouse where they're about to kiss. And he put his hands on our thighs. My buddy immediately shoves his hand off. I grab his hand and bring it up my thigh. He retracts his hand and freaks out. I found out later he's actually gay. Turns out I out-gay chickened an actual gay guy. My best bro and I are so gay together. We consistently flirt, and one time, at a party, a girl asked one of our close friends if we were gay. He was like, "No, not at. Well, we don't think so." His mom once told him he was allowed to invite me to family dinner, and he was like, "I know." And she then said, "And you know we would support you if." We made out once to get two chicks to make out. I'm pretty sure I'm in denial. Edit. We are in denial. Also, we know all the words to No Home Mobile Only Island and frequently sing together. Edit 2. My girlfriend, I know, right, says I have to tell you about something that was recent. Before I met her, I ended up moving in with my parents for about 8 months. About halfway through that time, my best bro needed a place to stay, and my parents know how close we are. So they let him stay with us. We were going to get an air mattress for him, but the first night he got there it was really late and we decided just to share the bed. Fast forward 4 months. We're still sleeping together in the same bed. It was cute. Just tell him you love him already. I do, frequently. It's how we end our phone calls. I used to joke that I'd make out with a guy to make homophobic people uncomfortable. Well, at a house party with some friends, I have my arm around a gay buddy of ours. My friends start teasing me about my joke. My friend and I look at each other, leaned in for the kiss, and it happened. Tongue and all. We all had a good laugh. Great house party. Miss those times. Once, my friend group decided to skinny dip and play truth or dare. The girls wanted to see how far us guys would go, so they kept daring us to do shit like make out, touch each other's D's, etc. For me personally, I made out with another guy, and one of the guys kissed my D. I'd say that's pretty far to go for all of us. We're all straight. Wrap myself around my friend like spooning him. I can't sleep without something between my arms and legs. We and a few other friends were staying at another friend's house. He told everybody. My wrestling team and I used to have group nap sessions where we would use each other as pillows. Lol, my high school team did this too. The heavyweight would lay on the mat and we'd all have our heads on his belly in a circle. So comfy. I had a legitimate sexual attraction to a male professor in college. It was weird. I sort of realized what I was feeling when he told our class's wife and left him, and immediately I thought, yes. 2 guys were talking to each other and I walked past them and said, "Look at you cuties," and kept going. Don't know why I did it to this day. I told this story in another about a couple of years ago when I went up to visit my friend in Minneapolis. His apartment was located right across the street from a music festival. So we hung out on his lawn drinking all day and enjoying free live music. Later on that night we went out for a cigarette and started walking around his neighborhood. What started as a short cigarette walk ended up being a longer excursion. As we made our way past the house into some forest area near some train tracks. It was really cool for me being able to see more stars than I was used to seeing back in Chicago. And actually being able to walk from the city into nature. We kept hiking and ended up next to a lake. He asked if I wanted to go swimming. And I said, hell yeah. So we ended up skinny dipping in the lake. I hadn't been swimming in a long time. So it was especially fun for me. And it was so awesome to swim at night, with a cool view of the city across the lake. It was such a beautiful view and night that we didn't realize we were ruining the intimate moment of another couple. While we were just 2 naked drunk dudes swimming in the lake by the moonlight, there was a couple on the shore that was trying to have a romantic picnic, complete with wine and a blanket. We thought we were alone until I saw them. But it's funny to think how it was to see that from the couple's viewpoint. 1 minute it's a really romantic night. Then out of nowhere two naked guys run screaming at the water. Anyway. Swimming naked by the moonlight alone with another guy sounds pretty gay. Even though both of us are straight.